ever posted something on your business Instagram stories that was pointless, but you posted it anyway because you wanted to be consistent? What is up, guys? My name is Jhalisa John, and on my YouTube channel I share strategic business advice as well as the occasional makeup tutorial and style tips. But in this video I want to share with you the importance of planning your Instagram stories for your business account, and I also want to walk you through a step-by-step process of how you can plan stories that are aligned with your business objectives. So if you're interested, please continue watching. Creating stories that are more intentional and aligned with your business objectives is to first, of course, identify your objectives. Now, most businesses have a top level objective that they set for a quarter or for the year. But what you can do is have micro daily objectives. So you have to ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in my business today? And use those objectives to influence your stories. So for example, if your micro objective for today is to promote your new product, then that's what your story is going to be about. So after you've identified your objective for your Instagram story, the next step is to identify the main points. The main points are basically all the things you want your story to mention, the important things, the key points. Things like what colors this product comes in, the price of the product, the sizes, and where people can purchase that product. These are all important, and you should list them down because when you create your story, you don't want to forget to mention these things. So once you have your objectives and your main points, the next step is to actually go out and create your story, and we're going to call this part the creative. So you can use apps like Canva or my personal favorite, Over, to create really compelling and beautiful Instagram stories. Or you can simply take your phone and create short 15-second clips for your Instagram stories. Now, a really important tip I'd like to share with you guys is to brand your stories. One thing that I do that helps me stand out is that I use the same colors in all of my stories. So for example, on one of my businesses, because I own two, on one of my businesses, I use pink throughout all of my stories. So even if I'm writing text or if I'm drawing with the drawing tool, I try to stick to the color pink. For my other business, I try to stick to two colors, yellow and blue. And what this does is it helps my followers instantly recognize my stories, and so when they see that, okay, this is a story from Jhalisa or one of my brands, they know to continue watching that story because they're familiar with it. By using the same colors, you build familiarity and people recognize your stories right away. Another thing you can do is add your logo to all of your Instagram stories, especially if you're creating it on Canva or Over. You can easily do that by uploading a transparent copy of your logo and minimizing it, and then creating the rest of your story. Now, the fourth step to creating perfect Instagram stories that are aligned with your business objectives is to decide on the layout, the order in which your stories will appear. Now, this is really important because if your first story doesn't hook your audience, they're not gonna stick around to watch the others. So it's really important that you hook them with that first story. Maybe ask them a question or say something really outrageous in that first story to hook them in to continue watching the rest of your stories. Additionally, it's really also important to plan how many stories you're actually going to post. I think a good number is between 3 to 5 stories, because anything more than that, you risk people tapping out and going on to someone else's story. So get to the point as quickly as possible. And the last step to creating perfect Instagram stories that are aligned with your business objectives is to post your stories when the majority of your followers are active online. Because here's why. Stories disappear in 24 hours. So let's just say you post a story and that story has the question sticker. So you post that story 11 o'clock at night, but no one sees it until 6 o'clock the next day in the evening. Now you have such a short space of time for all of your followers to reply to that story before it expires, and no one knows what the initial question was, right? So it's really important to post your stories when the majority of your followers are online. What you can do is go into your analytics, and Instagram will actually tell you when the majority of your followers are going to be online every single day. So I actually created an Instagram story planner that you guys can download and use every single day to create your Instagram stories. It walks you through the steps of creating an objective, coming up with a title, a description, creative, and all of that good stuff. So if you would like to use the Instagram Stories Planner, be sure to check out the description bar because I'm including a link for you to download this Instagram Story Planner. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching my video, and I want to wish you guys a world of success, and I'll see you in my next